right, hey, I'm Chad Jackett. I'm here at 99 North in Squamish, British Columbia, my hometown. And we're here to talk to Bryan Raiser, who has just received a letter from the RCMP saying that he's going to have to shut down his establishment after only being able to service the community for 1 month here. Now, I'd like to know why people in Squamish have to drive all the way to Vancouver just to obtain their medicine. Let's go in and find out. All right, so I'm here with a good friend, Bryan Raiser. How you doing, Bryan?
I'm doing great.
Nice.
Top of the world.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about what you've started here. You've got a dispensary you've opened?
I do, yeah. So 3 years ago, I was acutely aware of the need of such a facility in our community. And I was planning on opening one, but then I was re-elected to Squamish Council, and well, that's complications in that just wasn't able to do that at that time. Right. Then 3 months ago, I'm no longer on Squamish Council, and I thought, well, the community desperately needs it, especially with the state of affairs right now with people who have valid medical needs. Their doctors are saying you should have access to this medicine, and there's no legal way for them to get it, and they are in the streets. And I thought, well, I'm going to take them off the streets, so provide a service. And it has been amazing. It has been the most rewarding thing I've ever done. I have never felt the amount of appreciation that comes through this door. People in tears. When I started this, I expected a few things. I didn't expect the tears of saying, thank you so much. It's heartbreaking. I'm like, oh my God, this is the right thing to do. So it's been incredible experience.
Well, I came to visit you the other day, and when I came in here to visit you, you were quite busy with a lot of people that were visibly quite ill, and were very, very taken by what you were doing and very thankful. So I saw it with my own eyes. So, you know, you're definitely welcomed in the community as far as the community goes, but there's some people in this community that aren't welcoming you so much, and that's the RCMP. So maybe you could tell us about that right now.
Yeah, again, the community support, like from all the neighbors. I just had a neighbor come in today across the street. Like, he goes, oh, I wasn't there when you stopped by. So glad you're in the neighborhood. This is fantastic. So yes, the RCMP did visit, and they said this is illegal and you have to stop, or action will be taken. And I've had people say, well, what did you think was going to happen? I'm like, well, I honestly thought what would happen is the same thing that happens in several jurisdictions that the RCMP have control over, and the RCMP realized that dispensaries are a community asset and they have better things to deal with. Getting people off the streets is a good thing.
Absolutely.
So there's people who, yes, they've been ordered to follow orders and they have to do that, but common sense should prevail. And I was really like, I did not, now that I've seen the face of it, I can't stop. Like, I can't. I simply can't live with myself stopping, seeing the people who this is helping. Like, people come in and they're like, I'm in so much pain, I don't want to take oxys. I can't work when if I'm all screwed up on the pills that I'm getting.
I've been there.
And so, like, this helps me. I can work, I can function, I can be with my family. And just, it's everyday affirmations that this is a good thing to do. And so, yeah, I have some very serious decisions to be making.
Well, we're standing beside you here at Cannabis in Canada, buddy, and the Growers Association, of course, is standing beside you. And so I'd like to hear it too. Are you getting your supply from the licensed producers, or is it small growers within the community that have come and provided you with the product here? And
yeah, well, as you know, licensed producers, they can't. No. They're in a position where they can't deal with that. Yeah, I get my supply off people I trust that I've known for years. I mean, I was diagnosed with Crohn's in '97, intimately familiar with the benefits and also the challenges of not having the strains that help the symptoms. Because it's not just a bag of weed. There are so many different strains with so many different effects, and once you find one that works with you, works for you and your symptoms, it is so difficult that all of a sudden not having access to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's really the community that's come together to help you with bring your product here, you being a part of the community, and everybody in the community is wanting you here. The only people that don't want you is the RCMPs.
It does seem that way.
Yeah.
It does seem that way, unfortunately. And like I said, I mean, if you sat down with the RCMP member individually, nobody wants people being thrown into the streets to buy medicine. They don't. But there's from the federal government is just until they get their act together, people are being put in harm's way. And that's not right.
That's not right.
No.
Well, until we get that straightened out, we got to keep fighting, and so we're not going anywhere. I hope you aren't going anywhere.
No, 99 North
Nice.
Dispensary will be here in one form or another,
Nice.
helping people.
Do you have a website that you can point us to?
Yes,
Yeah.
99northdispensary.com, as well Facebook, 99 North Dispensary, and on Twitter, at Bryan Raiser.
And where are you located in Squamish?
At the end of 2nd Avenue, at 37768, 18 2nd Ave in Squamish.
All right.
The mighty Squamish, BC.
Well, thank you very much for coming on with us here today, Bryan, and thank you very much for doing what you're doing here for Squamish.